Welcome to Skills for Catering show on London Bangla TV. I'm Jamal Ahmed with you. Dear viewers, we got a fantastic guest today to talk about food safety and catering skills and his experience about running this business. So today we got Mr. Mortuza Miah. He is the owner of Rajput restaurant. Jamal Mortuza boy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So just tell me, when did you start your catering business?
We started in 2001. It was a new start for us. At the beginning, it was going very good. We faced quite a few problems when we were starting out, trying to find good chefs and good front house management. But alhamdulillah, it's now going very good.
So very good, thank you. You said at the beginning you faced lots of problems. Now you solve all these problems. We'll talk about more about the problem. So now tell me, what really motivated you to come into the catering business?
Well, it was before that I was working for Morrison Company. I was a manager at a store, and I used to manage a lot of things like managing the staff as well as the goods. So it gave me a bit of a background experience how to deal with the items and stuff and sort of ordering systems and selling product movements as well, promoting products and selling it. That actually gave me a boost that I could go and open up my own business. The catering is, I love eating food, and I'm a big fan of like eating spicy foods and variety dishes. And because I enjoy eating, and I went into lots of restaurants and I've seen their menus and service, and I always thought that there was space that it can be improved, and I had the feeling that I can open a business and run it myself. And basically at that time the Indian restaurant at that time weren't like up to date. So you know, I always walked into a restaurant and I found that it needs a modern touch, modern menu, and there was a lot of chances to succeed.
So let's talk about the menu. You say modern menu. What do you mean by the modern menu? What can you tell the customers, like they want to know more about the modern menu?
Yeah, the modern menu is like before we always used to sell like chicken madras, chicken curry, chicken tikka masala or korma. These are like now old sort of fashionable curries. Moderns is like there are more new dishes and new sort of recipes coming along. I mean, as we speak, there's a lot of dishes that's now in the menus. They are like more modern sort of mixture of everything really. Before you used to be just based on spice, the old favorites curries like tansak and chicken tikka masala and korma. But now we introduce menus like such a dishes like king prawn, toya, and sort of king prawn butterfly, which never used to be in the menu before. So with varieties, dishes are new into the menu now.
So are this popular to the customers, like the new menu you introduced? Do you think that you increased your business by introducing this new menu?
Yeah, definitely, because it's a customer always wants like new items to go on the menu. It's like I would recommend people to change the menu every once a year at least, so the customers gets a feel of the new and old, and that way you can also increase your business. Because you're introducing a new product which customers always want to try. And if you don't offer that new items on the menu, then obviously they haven't got much choice. So you need to bring in a lot of choices into the menu and making sure that you change it at least once a year.
Thank you. At the very beginning, you said you faced a couple of problems. Tell me, what were the specific problems you faced at the beginning, and how did you solve this?
Well, at the beginning, it was like about a lot of staffs. They weren't trained. One,
Mm.
two. It was very hard to find a good chef. It was just the basic ones that were available.
Mm-hmm.
And then three, we were finding it hard to promote our business. You know, the promotion online and stuff
Mm-hmm.
weren't available at that time. So we were just relying on leafleting
Mm.
and that. But then again, I mean, we gradually got into the sort of like paper advertising and also marketing online,
Mm.
which actually made the business lift up the business as well. Got to a better position. But mainly we suffered that staffing problem. Was it?
So you mentioned about, yeah, that's good. You say probably at the very beginning you were suffering. Maybe you didn't have enough customer due to not having a good publicity.
Yeah.
But now you say this is fine. We did lots of advertisement,
Yeah.
leafleting, and probably online
Yeah.
marketing as well. Are you currently registered with any online company like Just Eat, something like that?
We're not registered. No, we've got our own website.
You got your own
One
website.
website, yeah. So we're not registered with the Just Eat. But
Are you receiving more queries from people by online?
oh yes, definitely. I mean, we get a lot of people visiting our website. So website is a very good thing to use.
So what can you tell your customer about more about your business, more about your dishes? You can tell them about this. How can they get access into your website, and what facilities are available on your website?
Yeah, our website is www.rajput.com. We've got lots of new dishes on the menu, so check our website. We have new dishes. They're called chicken tawa, which is a very new dish, and also we've got another dish called dam ghost, which is another new one. There are loads more. Malai spinach kebab is a new one. Um, there's plenty of more on the website. So go on our website, check the menu, and you'll find very new, delicious dishes.
Thank you very much. Let me ask you another question of hygiene rating. So at the moment, what rating you got in your restaurant?
We've got 5-star
Oh,
rating.
very good, excellent. So tell me, what did you do to get 5 rating hygiene score?
Yeah, we made sure that we followed the Better Food, Safer Business Guide, and plus we trained our staff as well. You've got to make sure that they handle the food very carefully, as well as keep the environment clean. The kitchen has to be spotless clean, as well as the front of the house as well. Yeah, so we've had 5-star for last 3 years.
Very good.
And it was because of the hard work the staff puts in, and as well as giving them the training as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mortuza. Miah. We are going for a short break. We'll come back very, very shortly. Thank you.
আলকিবলা ট্রাভেল এন্ড ট্যুরিজম দীর্ঘ 12 বছরের সফলতায় সম্মানিত হজযাত্রীদের সুবিধায় আলকিবলা নিয়ে এলো পবিত্র হজের 5-স্টার প্যাকেজ। মক্কা ও মদিনায় 5-স্টার হোটেলের সুবিধা সহ থাকছে ভ্রমণের প্রতিটি পর্বে সুস্বাদু এবং হেলদি খাবারের প্রতিশ্রুতি। এছাড়াও থাকছে আমাদের নিয়মিত রেগুলার প্যাকেজ। লিমিটেড 5-স্টার প্যাকেজ বুকিং এর জন্য আজই যোগাযোগ করুন আলকিবলা ট্রাভেলস 0207-247-2272 অথবা ভিজিট করুন www.alqibla.co.uk।
Dear viewers, welcome back after the break. We got Mr. Mortuza Miah today to talk about catering skills and information on our Skills for Catering show. So let's talk about the different skills. So you got a lot of experience. We know you manage few restaurants as well in the break time.
Correct.
You said. So tell me, what skills, say for example, in terms of personal hygiene, what do you think that your staff member are aware about the hygiene skills? What skill they need to have?
Yeah, personal hygiene. In terms of personal hygiene, they need to keep themselves clean. Because if you don't represent yourself clean, then when a customer walks in through the door and they don't see someone serving, they're clean and they're smart, then they just get that impression, am I going to get that food from here? Is it going to be clean also? So it has an impact there. So personal hygiene cleaning is very important, as well as the staff when they serve food, they must make sure there's no cross-contamination taking place, because it's a quite dangerous place where the viruses and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you mentioned about cross contamination because bacteria can transform from raw meat to the cooked
Absolutely.
meat. So obviously
Absolutely.
they have to have very high standard of hygienic skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
So handling the food is a very important as well. So that side, it's got to be managed very carefully. So that if you serve customer very well with a nice, clean environment, then you will definitely get that customer back.
So like, can you give some example? For example, your chef, say for example, he is going to start work today at 5 p.m. So before he enters into the kitchen, what should he do first?
Well, you should definitely, before he enters the kitchen, you should wash his hand and make sure that his uniform is put on and it's a clean uniform, not a contaminated one. So that is definitely the first thing he's got to do.
Okay, thank you very much. Have you ever, for example, experienced any environmental health visit in your restaurant, in any one of your restaurant?
Yes, I've had an environmental visit takes place every year, once a year. They come in and they inspect.
What do they do first when they comes in? Do they inform before they come,
No,
or just they pop in?
No, they don't inform. They just come in. So it's an anonymous visit that you can get anytime.
Do they introduce themselves first once they are in your premises?
Yes, they do. Once they come in, they will say, I'm an environmental officer from the council. I'm here to inspect your kitchen and the area, the whole area.
So as a owner or you are managing your business, so for example, do you support them when they ask? Do you show them the information, for example, maybe training records or staff records?
Definitely, yeah. You've got to support them, because if you support them, they're there to help you. They come to make sure that you've got a good kitchen and you're serving the food that is acceptable to the public. So they do come and check your training records. They check if you have if your chef's got a training certificate. They check that as well. They check your monitoring system. That you've got to have a chart where you log all the temperatures and everything. So they check the paper side. It's very important that you keep that up
So
to
you
date.
mentioned about the monitoring. So for example, in your kitchen, do you monitor the freezer temperature?
Yes, I do it, and if I'm not there, I make sure that my staff follows it up. So,
And you monitor it, your staff member is doing it regularly?
doing it regularly, yeah. It's got to be done a daily basis, and it's important.
What about opening and closing check? Do you follow this in your restaurant? Like what they need to do before they close the kitchen or before they start the kitchen?
Yes,
Opening and closing check.
yes.
Can you tell more about
Yeah.
these to our viewers?
Yeah, sure. The opening is a very important opening check, because when you go into the kitchen, you've got to check if your freezers are working properly, and then check the foods as well. The way to check the food is you smell the food. Every single ones that are in there, you make sure you smell it and you check the color of the food, so that you know that whatever you have in there, it's not gone off and discolored. And the other thing you got to look out for, the insects or anything like that on the opening checks. And on the closing check, you've got to make sure that the bins are emptied and everything is clean. There are nothing on the floor lying around, or any food left on outside the fridge or freezer, because these can actually go off. And
So
then,
what about the stock rotation? Do your staff member rotate the stock?
yeah, the stock has to be rotated. It's like it's got to be rotated,
Is it
because
fast
you
in,
can't.
fast out, something
Yeah,
like that?
fast in, fast out. That's it. First in, first out. And we actually have 2 days policy that if you cook something today, make sure it's sold by tomorrow. If not, you've got to get rid of it,
Okay,
make
but
sure you don't
normally,
carry on.
for example, high risk food, like you can keep it up to 72 hours, but very good policy you got.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if it is not sold next day, then you stay to
yeah,
discard it.
yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much. So another question to you, Mr. Mortuza. Fantastic. You are really giving a very good interview. My next question to you, are you aware about the allergen, which is a significant food safety hazard, and really our customers are very, very aware about it, about their health and hygiene, of course. So are you aware about it, the
Ye-
government recent changes?
Yes, yes, and it's very important that everybody actually focuses on the allergies, because we've seen that there's few deaths has happened
Yeah.
recently
Yeah,
because of the food
I
allergy.
was about to ask about it. Can you
So
tell about it, that what
yeah,
you
it's
had and what control measure you took and you put into your business?
yeah. I mean, there are varieties leaflets available with all the items that people can be allergic to, such as peanuts, egg, fish, soya,
Yeah.
gluten. I mean, you'll be
A lot.
surprised.
So there are actually
There are
14
lots
allergens.
more
Yeah.
allergies. There are more. You'll be surprised that people are even some people are even allergic to coriander,
Yeah.
which is normal thing that we use on the carries. So you've got to be really careful on
So
these.
how can you be careful? For example, I'm a customer
Mhm,
and I might be allergic. For example, say I'm allergic with coriander
mhm.
and I forgot to tell you I'm allergic with this. So what can you do at the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, we now actually ask customers, are you allergic to anything, before we take the order inside the house. So if they are, and on the menu, we actually have it written under the menu and also on the top of the menu that if you're allergic to anything, please inform us. So we've taken that step.
This is very good, Mr. Mortuza. I think that's why probably you got 5 rating hygiene score. It's really
Thank you
very,
very
very
much.
important, because now under the current rule, it was before customers' responsibility to tell you like I'm allergic with this particular food ingredients. But now according to the law, it's your responsibility as a caterer, as a food provider. You have to tell in advance to the customer whether they are allergic with any kind of this particular food in allergens. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So my last question to you, in this catering business, I think you mentioned about a couple of you problem about marketing. So now, in general, what problem our community, our caterers facing in the catering business to continue?
I would say definitely now is the staff. We've got a big problem with the staffing, because we can't find proper good staff for the restaurant. Definitely in the kitchen area, the qualified chefs and also managers as well. So we're at the moment facing a lot of staffing problem.
But you know, the recently, because in an event, Home Secretary said because the government really wants to train homegrown chef. So do you agree with this? Do you think that you need to bring chef from Bangladesh or India, or you want to train more chefs from our homeland?
We can go with training homeland chefs. Yeah, we can do that, but we've always seen that it's difficult to get people on board to take up that training, to learn what it takes to manage a kitchen. I mean, previously we had the chance of getting people from abroad, which did help a lot, because they know what it takes to do a menu, and also to run a kitchen. But at the moment, so we're finding it both ways. We're finding it difficult, because we're trying to get homegrown people to come in and learn this chefing, but we're finding it difficult.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mortuza. Can you say something to our viewers about your business? Anything like those who missed our first part? Can you say something?
Yeah, I would say make sure that you're aware of all the aspects of running the business, especially now the allergic. It's a big huge problem to all our catering restaurants, and I would say that do your best and make sure that you look after your staff as well as the customer, and provide a good menu for the customers. Thank you.
Dear viewers, we talked with Mr. Mortuza Miah. He is the owner of Rajput restaurant. We talked about a couple of issues like personal hygiene, allergen, and of course, he shared his view about how he got hygiene rating 5, and obviously it's very, very important. So next week, I will bring another guest, and I hope you enjoyed our program. So thank you very much, Mr. Mortuza. I will invite you again to our show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.